Hi, my name is Astrid Fabrin and I did the music for Anglerfish. So Anglerfish only saves when you die, and every time you die, something changes. Every change is based on where and how you died. And this game is all about surprising you. I'm so bad at playing computer games. I die all the time. But I like to watch when other people play, and I like to make music for them. We worked a lot on how we could create small and unique experiences with the music. For example, there's a sequence where if the player walks or stands still, then the game will switch between two different versions of Hall of the Mountain King. I think one of the most funny tracks to make was this hard dance version of the Hall of the Mountain King. Then switching from this hard dance to this lullaby version is really like, wow, what's going on? I like that. Also doing this third version of this classical symphony that was like kind of hip hop. I found out that these I could make these these harpsichord chords, and they reminded me of this Still DRE track with Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg, and I thought, okay, so let's take this classical symphony track from hard dance and lullaby to hip hop, and then I put a bit of like some gospel singing on it, of some wannabe gospel stuff I'm singing, and I pitched it down so you don't hear it's me, I hope. In big parts of the game you can choose the background music by using the jukebox in the bar. In this jukebox there are 3 different horror songs that are inspired by 3 famous horror game series. And depending on which song is playing, a few things will be different. If the player uses a jukebox a lot, a secret song will appear that is the opposite of creepy. And this gives the player a chance to find me as a magical cat in the game, and I really love this feature. When John and Mariah, they sent me these 3 references of tracks that are in 3 pretty famous horror games that I had never played, but it was still, for me it was quite easy to catch the vibe, and they were so different, and I had a lot of fun making these. In the process of making the music for this game, I was given a lot of freedom to explore and do all kinds of crazy things. Hey, stranger. This track is called Beautiful, and it's you can choose it on the jukebox if you want to listen to it. I imagined that I was this middle-aged woman drunk at a bar. I have seen someone that I really like, and I sing to this person. I'm not sad. I'm like in a good place, and I really want to take this person home with me. I used my M1 Korg keyboard, which is actually in a lot of music in this game. It's if there's a red thread between all of these different surprises, then it will be the M1 Korg keyboard, which has so many nice sounds that reminds me of my childhood, because they were everywhere in the 90s. When I work, I like to be where I feel like I'm a little bit into the deep end of the water. For example, I did this track where I rap. I listened a lot to hip hop when I was growing up, but I was never really that hip, so I never did anything like that. And it was great to be able to get the chance to do this. I pitched my voice down though, so you can't hear it's me, and don't tell anyone, because it's crazy. There are also several sequences in the game that are designed after the music was made. This is a sequence designed after my song The Tower, or Tårnet as it's called in Danish. The fact that this sequence in the game was made to fit the song The Tower is really cool for me to try, because it's usually the other way around. You walk through these flowers that have been closed the whole game through, and then when the song comes on, they spring out, while there are these two skeletons dancing with each other, and you get to hug your son. So it's a nice part, I think. When the music for Anglerfish was done, or at least when I thought it was done, John and Mariah asked me if I could do this track that would be surprising to them and to the player. I was reading this book about shamanism at the time, and it was really inspiring to me, and I thought maybe I could make this kind of a dark spiritual thing for the game. And so I jammed this mostly, this track.